If you're not resonating with your old life anymore, that is great news. You should be celebrating because that means you're outgrowing the version of who you used to be. Now, you're trying to become someone new, or you're trying to gather up an idea of who you want to become. In between, there's the transition, what I call the messy middle. The thing is, some people get lost here, some people get stuck here, and some people can't even make it to the other side because they end up going back to their old self. And this is why you need systems, habits, and routines to help you keep you in place and keep you moving towards the version of you that you are creating, that you are becoming, that you want to be. That is why I am here to guide you through this exact process. Because the most important part about change is having the knowing and the idea exactly in your mind of the kind of person that you want to be, the kind of life that they live, and the kind of circumstances, opportunities that they have. You have to have a crystal clear image and understanding of what you want. That is the first and most important step, because if you don't know what you want, how can you go? How can you attain that? It's like being a ship in sea with no with no point to go to, right? You're just gonna go wherever the wind takes you, and we are not doing that. We are living an intentional life, only doing things strategically, intentionally, with purpose. That is why you have to know exactly who you want to become, what life you want to have. That is number one. Number two, you have to now you have to let go of everything that you do not want to be, what you no longer want to carry with you. It could be things about yourself, traits, characteristics, habits, routines, even people that you surround yourself, people that you hang out with, your circle, your friends, even your family members, sadly. Because remember, who you spend time with, you become like. You are the average of the 5 people that you hang around with most. So if those 5 people, you don't like their life and you wouldn't want to trade lives or places with them, you shouldn't be hanging out with them, because you will become like them and you will pick up their traits and their habits. So you have to be crystal clear of what you have to let go, because you cannot move forward by having all this shit sucking you down like an anchor. You need to cut that anchor off and you need to become free. That is step 2. Step 3 is now you have to build intentionally who you're trying to become. You have to envision her so clearly. I actually want you to do this exercise with a pen and paper. We are going to break it down into 3 parts. So, your dream version, your ideal self. First, picture her. Picture a day in her life, her morning, her evening, whatever. Now, get the piece of paper, divide it into 3 sections. I want you to section it. The first section is, how does she think? What are the kind of thoughts that goes in her mind? What is her mentality? What is her focus? How does she think? Section 2, how does she feel? What are her feelings? Is she grateful? Is she optimistic? Is she loving? Is she bubbly? Is she happy because she lives a life that she loves? And number 3, what does she do? What are her actions? Okay? Does she have morning and evening routines? Does she have a good workout routine throughout the week? Does she have self-care routines? Does she do wellness treatments, regular doctor follow-up visits, maybe therapy? Therapy is great. So once you write these 3 things, these 3 things are actually going to become your blueprint on how you are going to become her. If you follow these 3 things and change these 3 aspects right now in your daily life, you will collapse that timeline and collapse that bridge and become her and quantum leap into her. As simple as that. Change really is about 3 things: thoughts, feelings, and actions. So if you know your future self, how she would feel, think, and act, and you embody those traits today, starting right now, you will inevitably be her. Simple, right? And that is how you bridge that gap between where you are right now and who you're trying to become, brick by brick. So it's actually really simple. The hard thing is not wanting to go back to your old self, to your old routines, to what you're comfortable with. Because let's be real, you've been this type of individual your whole entire life. This is all you've known and all you've been. And to become someone new is going to take work and is going to take resistance. Because the easiest and most natural thing to do is for you to go back to who you've been your whole entire life. So you have to fight that resistance. You have to fight that uphill battle until you pass a certain threshold, okay? And then this will actually become your new reality. It will become your new persona and your new identity. It is all about repetition and consistency. Doing the things even though you don't feel like it, even though you aren't motivated, even though you don't have that random burst of energy that lasts 2 to 3 days that I'm going to change my life. No, this is a decision that you take, that you are willing to sacrifice everything for. Because you know why? Because you know that this life right now where you're living is not serving you, and it is definitely nowhere near your potential. You are trapped right now in the lowest frequency, in the lowest level of life. And we don't want to stay here. Life is valuable, life is short. You have so much potential. You can grow and become so good. And I know you do, because I know you saw that vision of your future self, your ideal self. So if you thought of her, if you saw her, she exists. She's in another timeline simultaneously, actually right now, because there are multiple versions of you living right now, right here and right now. That is literally what quantum physics is about. It's a whole subject that they study in universities, in schools. It's called quantum physics. Search it up. The atom, right? Okay, I don't want to get too technical, but I'm going to give you a quick example. An atom. Electrons float around it. This is like the smallest molecular living thing. There's an atom in the middle, and there's electrons floating around it. The electrons can be anywhere, right? Only when the observer takes a snapshot at a specific area does the electron appear. When it takes a picture of another area, then it appears there. So it appears where the observer sees it, where they put their vision, just like you. So now I'm trying to make you understand how that can relate to you into embodying a new identity of you. So there are multiple versions of you, just like the electrons, right? There's a rich you, there's a poor you, there's a healthy you, there's a sick you, there's a loving you, there's a lonely and depressed version of you, okay? The difference is who you choose to embody. And how do you do that is your personality. Who are you being? What kind of traits are you embodying? What are the actions that you're taking? What are the feelings that you're feeling? And what are the thoughts that you're thinking? Okay? So, to change your personal reality, you have to change your personality. You have to change from within. You have to change as a person. For example, a healthy person, what would their personality be like? They eat healthy. They substitute for healthier options. They look at calories when grocery shopping. They work out a few times a week. They take care of their health, right? Those are characteristics of a healthy person. So if you want to become a healthy person, all you have to do is just embody those characteristics right now. And then with time and consistency, you become that healthy person. So whatever it is that you were trying to become, be that version right now. Get into their head, get into their mind, and say, what would they do? If I was them right now, how would she think? How would she feel? What kind of actions would she do? And that's what aligned action comes in. So you have a goal. This is what I want. Now you need to do actions that are aligned with the goal that you want so they can take you there. So step by step, you can achieve that goal. You can't just, I wish that it was just as easy as just sitting here and saying, I want to be a millionaire. And then that's it, boom, you're a millionaire. No, I wish it's that easy. We would have all been millionaires. But that's the key, actually, is first of all, how bad do you want it? And second of all, you have to become obsessed. You have to become obsessed. That is just a plain fact. The intensity of how bad you want it, if you can hone in on that and become obsessed and just let that occupy your mind morning, day, and night, you will transform within a matter of months. And that's why you see people glow up, change their life, get a new apartment, jump a tax bracket, start making this crazy amount of money, post pictures on Instagram of this lavish lifestyle. And you're like, what the hell? That wasn't, who is this? Like, how did that happen? Because they tapped in, they tuned in, and they were turned on. And life is always wanting to give to you. Life is endless. Life is abundant. The nature of the universe is abundance. So don't come at me with scarcity or victim mentality. Listen, before we get into that, I wrote a quote today. You have two choices. Choice one, you throw a pity, blame party, pitying yourself and blaming others. Choice two, you get up and you make life your bitch. What do you want? You have two choices, so choose wisely. I suggest a second, okay? So now that you have ownership and accountability, because you do need that, because as long as you're blaming other people and you're saying this and that, oh, poor me, you're never gonna get there, okay? Cry, feel your emotions, wipe your tears, and then get back on the fucking horse, okay? And then let me remind you, life is abundant. Abundance is the natural way of the universe. When you go see trees outside, is there just one tree or there's abundance of trees? When you see grass, is there one blade of grass or is there abundance of grass? For your hair on your head, is there one piece of hair or abundance of hair on your head? Okay? Animals, is there one cow or is there multiple cows? Fish, is there one fish or multiple species of fish in all kinds and colors? And it's abundance. Abundance is the natural law of the universe. We have been programmed to think in scarcity because that's unfortunately how some of our our parents or our childhood, we were in difficult circumstances. But I need you to wipe that clean, let it go. That's part of the letting go. It's not so much about becoming. It is, as much as it is about becoming, it's also about unbecoming and unlearning and letting go of false beliefs, false narratives that keep you tied in and keep you a slave and keep you like stuck in a cage when there is no cage. You know what I mean? Everything is self-imposed. Have you ever heard you are a self-fulfilling prophecy? Whatever you believe with your heart becomes your truth. It doesn't matter what you believe. The universe just cares to prove you right. It doesn't care if you believe that you're the luckiest girl in the world or you're the unluckiest girl in the world. Whatever you believe, it's going to be like, yeah, you're right. Here you go. So change your beliefs, change your thoughts, change your inside. Before you want to change anything, you have to change your internal world, your internal life, your internal framework, your internal mindset, because that is the basis of everything else around you. Your internal is the foundation of your whole external life. You are a projector. What you believe in here shows up externally. If you need more resources, first of all, I'm so sorry if we haven't met yet. My name is Yasmin. I'm the founder of Queen Power Academy, and I'm here to remind you how powerful you are and remind you who the F you are and help you step into your authority and live a life that you love and transform and upgrade. If you've seen me here before, welcome back. So good to have you. I'm so happy to see you. And if you need help with this, if you're feeling stuck right now, I have a reset workbook to help you let go and move into this. And if you're ready for more serious changes and to actually transform your life, I have the Identity Upgrade course in my bio, because your life relates to your identity, who you think you are. So if you upgrade your identity, your life will upgrade to match it. Simple as that. Exactly everything that I've been explaining. I believe in you. If no one has told you, I love you. And remember, God is always rooting for you and He is always wanting to help you. But you have to just listen. You have to tap in, tune in, and be turned on. Your higher self is calling. If you click this video, your higher self is calling you. Cheers. I'll see you next time. Love you.